and I want to talk about how you can take your cleaning business or any business for that matter to the next level. And it's really this, okay? Is creating systems and putting systems in place. Now, who the hell am I to speak on this? I am. I am an experienced entrepreneur. I've been doing this for 10 years, right? Over 10 years, actually. I own two cleaning companies, two barbershops, and then a host of little miscellaneous self employed things on the side, right? And as I've learned over the years, is you gotta have systems in place, okay? What separated me from a lot of my competition when I used to go in and do bids, like I remember one time I went to a bid and it was like a bunch of open, it was like an open invitation type of bid thing. And so I went in, it was two other guys that went in, and I noticed that when I won the job, that what separated me from the other guys was I had a system in place. When I came in, I already knew the questions that I wanted to ask. I had a little account walkthrough sheet, the same one that I got on my website at Clean Biz Network. I had an account walkthrough sheet, so I knew the questions I wanted to ask. I looked at more professional. I had a clipboard, you know what I mean. And then I also had some marketing material too to hand over to the point of contact later. Once after the process was over, I was able to give her a flyer, some references, et cetera, right? And so the other guys, I noticed all they had was a pen and a pad, and one of them didn't have anything. He was just walking around looking, right? So you want to have a system for everything, even with job interviews. Like I always had my sample interview, had my interview questions ready. I said sample interview questions because the same interview questions that I use in my cleaning company is the same ones that you get as sample interview questions in the starter kit. And I was just looking at them, but have your interview questions in place. You know what I mean? So that way, when you are interviewing a potential employee or subcontractor, that you know what to ask, that you look professional, that you're not just sitting there, whoa, well, what brings you here? You know what I mean? Just looking unorganized. So everything, you want everything to be nice and structured and set up. Okay, unlike this video, because as you can see, my kids is hollering all in the background, right? This ain't set up, but you get my point, right? So you want to have systems for everything. Welcome to the Noun says, where do you keep your systems in online documents or hard copies? Both, okay? So it all depends on what it is, too, because some things are necessary to have a hard copy of, right? But stuff like the interview questions, I like to keep a hard copy as well as like everything gonna be digital, right? So because you got to print it, but also keep a hard copy of those just in case, so that way when you do get a call or you do schedule an interview, it's already prepared for you, and you don't have to go and reprint them out. Okay, so but like try anything that you have to do, like so whether it's sales, put a system together in place for that. So and when I say system, I'm talking about what do you say when you go to cold call? You know what I mean? Have it written down so that way, yeah, it's just you right now that might be doing it. But down the line, as you start to grow, other people might be doing it. So they need to know exactly what you're doing. Everything needs to be able to be duplicated. If it can't be duplicated, then it can't be multiplied. And if it can't be multiplied, then you won't be able to see the growth that you dream of and want to see. Okay. Transparent said, I just went to my Jam Pro meeting today in Atlanta with Brad Rush. Yeah, I heard of the Rushes. I think they might be the biggest master franchise owners of them, but I never met them. So congratulations to you for getting that meeting scheduled and set up, man. Taking some action. All right, welcome to the NASA. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're welcome, man. And just about like everything. Like, you look at some of the biggest companies, like every single thing that they have in place, like every single thing that a big company has, like they have system for it. They that's what separates the big from the small, the greats from the good. You know what I mean? It's having them systems in place. Okay, so you really gotta like take advantage of that. Put something to like even with your website. How are you capturing leads? Okay, how are you getting new customers? What is do you have when they go into your website? Is it just call this number? Is it just email me at so and so at gmail.com, or do you actually have a form that they can submit online, and then you'll get the information with their information, so you can contact them when you're ready. You know what I mean? So make sure, like, look at every single thing that you do in your company, from your training process to your hiring process to your sales process to your cleaning process. Everything should have a system to go with it. That's how you're going to make your life easier. And I know it takes time to stop and do these things and put them in place, but you have to take the time to do that. All right. Shout out G Man. He said, "Peace day I pay." Yeah, they definitely pay. He said he in Atlanta also. Red Pill Gladiator said, "Hey AJ, are you still with the cleaning franchise, or did you finally go independent?" I actually just sold my franchise last month to my brother. He was the one running it for me, and I decided I'm gonna separate because I'm taking Clean Biz Network to another level. All right, so but I can't speak on everything right now. But I'm not with Jam Pro as of the first of this month. Okay, so shout out to my brother too, Mike, for buying my company from me. So right now, I'm on to a new venture. All right. Welcome to the Now said, when should you follow up? I had a client that said she will be ready on 9/27. Should I follow up now to make sure she's still on board or wait? How long ago did you contact her? If you spoke to her like maybe a month ago, then yeah, now would be a good time. But if you just spoke to her like Monday or you know what I mean, or Friday, I will wait a little bit. You say if anybody need web design, I highly recommend Rich House Marketing. They are designing my cleaning website. Shout out to them. I guess he did a good job. All right. Um, but yeah, if you just spoke to him, I wouldn't wait. I would wait a little bit till it's closer to the 27th. But if you spoke to them like a month ago, then that would be a good time to follow up. All right. If y'all got any more questions, definitely shoot them in. But that's all I came to today, talk about today, man. Is if you really want to take your business to the next level, the only thing that you're probably missing is systems. Systems is what separates the great from the great. You say you spoke to about 3 weeks ago. Um, what's today? The 12th? Yeah, the 11th. So, no, it is the 12th. Okay, so yeah, you definitely wanna. I would reach out to him today, between today and tomorrow morning, either or. All right. So if y'all got any questions, definitely shoot them below. Other than that, I'm about to wrap it up. I'm kind of tired of talking. I just did a video before this for Clean Biz Network. Red Pill said, overall, do you? Where you at? Okay. Overall, do you think you made good money with Jam Pro? Absolutely. I think that this is what I think, and that ain't this ain't no Jam Pro specific thing. This is cleaning franchises in general. Overall, like when you look at the grand scheme of things, I really don't know anything else that I can put my money into, put $3,000 into, $5,000 into, $2,000 into, and make so much more money back out of it like that. To actually grow a business like that, you know what I mean, and get all of that experience like that. I've been doing business for years and years and years, but most of that knowledge that I have came from being a cleaning franchise owner. Now that's not to say that you can't learn the same stuff from going independent. Of course you can. You know what I mean? But my point is, absolutely, I made some money. All right. So what more? Bottom line, I see TC took her comment back. Maybe she made a mistake and put something for that we should only talk about in the group. But that she's a Clean Biz Network member. Shout out Kate Coleman. They said just discovered your channel. Well, welcome. I appreciate you for subscribing. Said thanks for the wisdom. I appreciate you. Shout out TC. What else we got? Rick Luster Senior said it's going door to door the best way to get bids. Not the best way, but the free way, right? The quick way. The when you starting up, that's the most efficient thing that you can. Well, I won't say efficient, but it's the best thing you can do because it's free and no man, you can just go out there and like you can control that. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is put up numbers. If you knock on 200 doors, you know what I mean, 300 doors, 400, you gotta close at least one. You know what I mean? You gotta close at least one. So regardless if it take you $50 in gas and $10 in printing flyers, that ain't nothing once you close that one account for $1,000 a month. You know what I mean? Or 400 a month or 200, whatever. The ROI is definitely like way high versus spending a ton of money on some Google ads or Facebook ads and then you never get a return if you don't know what you're doing, right? So definitely going door to door is the key. I would take some flyers and some business cards when I do it. G Man said hit the like button. Y'all definitely hit the like. I appreciate that, G Man CBN member. TC said, where do I see the video you just did in CBN? Go click if you click on in the group. I just uploaded it like 5 minutes ago. So if as soon as you click in the group, you should see it right at the top. I'm talking about bidding and what else I talked about it. The difference between markup and profit, and then also like how to check behind your bid. So when you do a bid on a account and you're not sure if you're too high, too low, how do you check behind it? So yeah, definitely check that video out. Definitive One said you were talking about buying a cleaning franchise for 40,000. Is that an option where you live and on West Coast? Right. So you talking about the example that I posted on YouTube? That was just an example. That was just a made up example. I don't know what they charge for the franchise anymore, to be honest. But I haven't looked at the pamphlet in so long. You know what I mean? Because like once you buy it, you don't even look back at that no more because it doesn't matter what level you buy in at because if you buy in at the smallest level you can grow bigger than every package level they got up there. It's all about how big you grow it. So no, that wasn't a franchise option that they have. That was just me giving an example for whether you buying an existing business or if you buying a franchise. G-Man said join Clean Biz Network is definitely worth it. Definitely join, and if you decide to join after this video, make sure that you say that G-Man recommended you so I can pay him an affiliate commission for that. Because I appreciate you going hard up here for me, man. I ain't asked him to do this, but obviously he feel like it's worth it, so I appreciate that. Sorry y'all for the notifications. I should have turned that off. Let's see. It says SConSun555. Where do you find the people to hire to clean for you? Everywhere. You know what I mean? Like with me personally, it's real easy for me to find employees simply because everybody knows that I'm an entrepreneur in my city, right? So all I got to do is post on Facebook. You know what I mean? A lot of people are already in my inbox anyway, always asking for work. But you can also post on Craigslist. I had probably half of my people that worked for me came from Craigslist, and then and then a few other were friends of family members and family members, and then your work people that you already have working for you, they're good references, and well, yeah, Facebook. What else? Indeed, a lot of people in the group use Indeed. So anywhere, man, you can just put it out there. What else we got? Red Pill Gladiator says, I've been watching you for a couple of years. I've grown a lot, but I have grown through nothing but small accounts. Do you think that you can be successful with nothing but small accounts? Yep. Because when I like at my peak, probably 70% of my accounts were probably small accounts. The rest of them, then I had like maybe three or four like bigger ones, 2,000 or more a month. But most of those accounts were small accounts because I like small accounts because your profit margins are higher on those. Like the dollar amount is smaller, but the actual margins is so it makes up for those big ones that only got like 10%, 11%, 12% profit margin. But then the small ones I have like 30%, 40%. You know what I mean? So it kind of helps you to balance it out. But I think you definitely can. But the problem with the small accounts, though, if you like me, I like to put equipment in all of my accounts so that way my people don't have to drag the equipment from building to building, and then they tearing up my stuff, they losing my stuff. So I like to put equipment in every single building. But then the problem with that is when you got small accounts, there's a lot of them. So that means that every time you get another $200, $300 a month account, now you got to pay $300 more to put another cleaning kit in that building, and you know what I mean. Like, of course, it pays for itself, but it's like, who wants to keep coughing that up? Especially when you were the franchise and you getting paid net 30, net 60. You know what I mean? You got to wait so long to get paid. So that can work easier for independent people, but with franchise people that got to wait so long for their pay, it's different. You know what I mean? So what else we got? Jamal Adam. Also, go watch my video. I got a video called "How to Pay People with Small Accounts." I think it is. If you haven't watched that video, we'll definitely watch that too. Jamal Adams says, "I have my cleaning business and it's successful. We do 5 or 6 houses a day. That's real good. But I'm trying to get more commercial accounts. Should I buy into a cleaning franchise, commercial contracts? Thanks in advance. I don't recommend it. If you already doing 5 or 6 houses a day, then you must know something about business. So just go get out there, go door to door. If you got a budget for it, start trying to learn Google Ads and pay for the Google Ads. You can set up a website and set up a landing page and start getting some leads coming to you. But other than that, start get you some flyers and some cards, go door to door to commercial accounts and start trying to get them. Also, your clients, if you got that many clients, somebody works somewhere. You know what I mean? Ask them if they could use your services at their job too. That's probably the easiest way for you to get into it since you got so many residential clients already. Exum Enterprises, thank you, AJ. We are pushing uh, down here in the Carolinas as soon as I can. I'm joining. Definitely, man. I appreciate you. Shout out Exum Enterprises. G Man said you do good work. That's why I appreciate you, man. He said, "Oh, and waiting 30 days is so long." Definitely, and a lot of people ask me too, why don't I just buy another franchise here in Florida? I considered it, but it's like I got to start all the way over, and I do not feel like waiting on so long to get paid from that. So that's like one of the big drawbacks from me. Now I could start and go independent. I actually did attempt to. I don't know if y'all remember that, but it was a stint where I started to go independent. And I was gonna start me a brand new company from scratch here, just to show, use an example, to document, to show y'all it's not that hard. You know what I mean? You could start. But I actually have a non-compete agreement here from when I was working as the operations manager here with Jan Pro. So I can't do that, right? Not until 2020 anyway. So I'm not going to do that. But G Man says, you do. Oh, no, he already said that. I already read that. Keep Ponky, shout out Keep Ponky, aka Cabell, one of the Clean Biz Network. One says, last question. How do you calculate your bid? I'm having trouble with that. I'm going to join Clean Biz Network most likely today. Definitely join us. And this is all you do to calculate the bid, okay? Once you get in the net, well, actually, I tell you what, if you go to calculatedclean.com, that's a site I made also. Eventually, it's going to be a charge too, but right now it's free. So if you go to calculatedclean.com, www.calculatedclean.com, join. You got to create a site. I mean, a membership up there. But once you create the membership, it's absolutely free. And I got a bidding calculator up there, okay? So get that while it's free. And then once I put a price on it, if you're a member of the CBN, it's still going to be free to you anyway. But if you're not a member of the group, then you're going to have to pay the monthly charge that I'm going to put up there. But for right now, it's free. So join that. But what I was going to say is all you do to figure out your bid is you need to know your time, how long it's going to take, multiplied by your frequency. That's how many days you're going to clean it per month or per week or whatever. And then multiply that by your hourly charge rate. So if you're charging $30 an hour, $40 an hour, $10, whatever you charge an hour, and that's all the three things that you need to come up with your bid. So, but I got a bunch of bidding videos. Just type in AJ Simmons how to bid on accounts, and it'll come right up in YouTube. Excellent Enterprises. I hope you and your family make it through Florence safely. Thanks, man. I actually they not coming to us because I'm down in Florida, and like they hitting Virginia, my hometown. But hopefully, I appreciate you, and I'll for wishing my family well and stuff. Uh, Excellent Enterprise said, "What's that?" I'm not sure what you're talking about, but other than that, man, I appreciate y'all for asking. Excuse me, for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. It's AJ Simmons. It's been a while since I've been live, so I appreciate all of the participation, all of the likes, thumbs up, share, share, share. If you like the information I put in these videos, definitely share. Let somebody know to subscribe. You subscribe if you haven't already. And if you like what I do, you like what I stand for, you like the fact that I'm helping people, definitely try to support and buy a product or two from cleanbiznetwork.com. I see another question came in at the buzzer. Definitive One said, man, good luck. I'm all over it. I really appreciate you lacing us and giving us a game. So much love and respect for you being a stand-up guy. I appreciate you, and I thank you. Shout out Antonio Haskett checking in, Clean Biz Network member, long time. All right, thank you. I'll talk to y'all soon.